Monday.
Monday.
Back at it.
Back at it. It's Kurt and Jen. Welcome one, welcome all to our podcast. We do this Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, follow, subscribe, and any other thing. Heart is what Jen always says.
Heart us.
I'm not very good at doing the hearts. Heart. Meh. All right, Jen. Good to see you after the weekend. What do we have coming up on the big program today?
The number one fear people have this holiday season, or I shouldn't say holiday, Halloween season, really specifically.
Right.
Have you experienced paranormal activity? Because most people have.
That's going to be a fun one. Also, you need to stop doing this to your pumpkin. Get your minds out of the gutter, people.
Oh, and, I wasn't even thinking anything dirty. Oh my God.
Now you are. Things you want brought back. That was our podcast question of the weekend. Yep. You want to bring back blank. We'll have all those for you.
And an update on the Louvre jewel heist.
Mm-hmm.
And the most popular music for moms in labor. Because,
you agree with that?
Need to know.
Okay. I'm looking forward to it. Here we go. Let's start off with this is always awesome, by the way.
I know.
Seattle Restaurant Week.
Seattle Restaurant Week is running now. It kicked off yesterday, I believe, and runs through November 8th. Runs for 2 weeks. Diners are invited to explore the local food scene with curated menus at $20, $35, $50, and $65 levels.
Right.
At restaurants, bars, cafes, food trucks, and pop-ups across the greater Seattle. There are over 250 participants. In fact, I looked up our area, Kurt, our general area.
Right.
Amaro in downtown Bothell is participating.
Yes, great Italian food.
Delicious Italian food. So I'm going to look up that menu. And then what was the other one? Oh, Beardsley Public House.
Nice. I was just there over the weekend.
I know. How was your lunch with our old boss?
Our former general manager. It was great. It was a lot of, what you do when you get together after a while is you catch up and find out what's going on. And then you just bag on your former employees and stuff.
Great. Okay. Perfect.
No, it was lots of fun talk and catching up and a little bit of dissing some of the former owners and stuff like that. But they had it coming for sure. So it was a great time.
Anyway, Seattle Restaurant Week. If you've not participated before, it is fun. You can get some good deals, and it's a great way to try some restaurants that you might have wanted to try, but maybe they were a little too spendy, because there's some great deals that happen in Restaurant Week.
Plus, it's a lot of food. It's not just like, oh, here's a burger for $20 or whatever. You can get whole meals or whatnot. I didn't know that they didn't used to have these different levels of participation. It was like, for the next 2 weeks, we've got a $30 menu.
Yeah. It was usually just like like a lunch deal and a dinner deal, but now they have a couple levels. So that's cool.
All right. Going on through the 8th. Sounds good.
I did not win Mega Millions because I did not buy a ticket. I forgot.
Well, that's going to hinder your ability to win if you weren't aware of that.
Right.
So what is Mega Millions at? 700 odd million now?
$714 million, one of the top 10 highest jackpots for Mega Millions. The next drawing is this coming Tuesday. Tomorrow. It's tomorrow at 8 p.m. So if you don't play, you can't win. I am going to buy a ticket because I would like a chance at that.
Raise your hand, everybody who have heard Jen Pirak say before, I'm going to buy a ticket, and then not do it. All the hands are up.
I forgot. I just sometimes forget, but I'm not going to forget. In fact, if I don't write it down, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go grab a pen, cover for me.
Okay. In the meantime, you should also know that on Sunday, we fall back. And this is it used to be a much bigger deal because you had to go through and you actually had to physically turn back your clocks an hour. But we're going back to like the 80s and 90s here. Ever since then, most clocks adjust themselves, except for some reason, your microwave and your oven.
And my car clock doesn't. I have an old car.
Okay, well, most people don't have cars from the 1970s. So, again, turning clocks back an hour, which means we get an extra hour of sleep. Right.
Yes.
The fall back is the one I like. Spring forward, I don't like as much.
Yeah, but I can't believe that we're already at this time of year where we're having to fall back. And that means, did you already say this, that sunsets come before 5 p.m.?
No, I did not say that. That is true. I just think it's there's every show there's I can't believe it's already November. I can't believe it's already time for
I
that because
can't.
it's
I
true.
think that the year's going by so fast. In October, what I mean, that went by like fish.
Hmm. By the way, I did cave and go to Costco yesterday on a Sunday. Kurt Cruz went to Costco.
How was it? What'd
You
you
know what? I
get?
should have, like you said, take a video of walking through Costco and how crazy it is. It was nuts. I mean, it was, I went to the Woodinville Costco because I was coming back up from an appointment I had in Tukwila, and I had to park. Everybody's familiar with the typical Costco parking lot. I had to park by the gas station in the gas station parking part.
Oh, gross. And
It was.
Woodinville, that's hard to get out of, in and
Yeah.
out of too.
And it's not like it was pouring down rain either, but my wife's
No.
like, yeah, we need to get, I went there for two things. Went there for two things, which probably would have cost if I just bought those two things, maybe $18.
Okay, what did you have to buy? What were your two
I'm
things?
sorry, it would have been about $30. Dog food and half and half. Or what does she
Yeah.
have? Oh, she likes the silk almond milk.
Okay.
220 odd dollars later.
Those are expensive two items. They
Yeah,
went up
yeah.
in cost.
Strange, I mean, yeah.
What did you
Inflation's out
get?
of control.
What did you get? What are you most excited about that wasn't on your list?
I got some boots for walking around in the rain and snow. Dana has she loves her Hunter rain boots. You know the
Oh,
Hunter rain
I
boots.
know. Yes, I know.
I don't think that they make rain boots for guys that much, but I was able to get some, they look, the top part looks like a hiking boot, but the bottom part is, heavy duty rubber or whatever. And so, I will be able to go out with, because typically I wear like, tennies all year long. And
They make
so,
hiking boot. They make rain boots for guys, just so you know.
okay. Well, I did not see any and the massive selection at Costco of the
Okay.
hiking boots. So that was good. And what else did I get? Oh, well, the giant bag of candy.
Oh, there you go. So you're ready for trick or treaters. Good.
Even though we get 2 trick-or-treaters a year, we have enough candy for 100. I want to hear about you went and saw Chicago the musical.
I did go see Chicago the musical. It was, I mean, I've seen it before, and it was a little bit of a different version, like the staging was different, but the dancing in Chicago is impressive. Have you seen it before, Kurt?
No, I don't go to dumb things. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. That was just a no. I certainly do go to musical. There's somebody in the background. There's somebody lurking in your house.
That's Jackie, my roommate. She says hi, everybody.
Okay, she's lurking.
It's
Yes, I've not seen it.
If you've not seen Chicago and you like musical theater, it's worth. I mean, it's one of those iconic Broadway musicals. You got to see it. It's sexy. The dancing is amazing, and the storyline is fun. It's set in the 1920s. I wish I would have worn my flapper dress there.
You have a flapper dress.
I do have a flapper dress. It runs through the weekend, November 2nd. And so there's lots of shows between now and then. So I encourage you, if you can, to go see it. I also got to see a sneak peek of the movie Now You See Me, Now You Don't, the newest installation in the franchise.
Okay.
Super good. Lots
right.
of plot twists. And then Macy had like 6 friends over yesterday, and they did a pumpkin carving party. And it was loud and crazy and chaotic, and my heart was so happy. I loved every single minute of it. It was so great. They're just good kids. It's just, what, like carving pumpkins. I'm glad they got together to do that, making good memories.
Houses full of noise are nice, and we've had it with the dogs, by the way, which has been it really is heartwarming, just them running around and tackling each other and basically trying to kill each other and not succeeding. I went and saw the Bruce Springsteen movie Deliver Us From Nowhere. Delivering Me From Nowhere on Friday at the Anderson House. I've never seen a movie at the in the McMenamins Anderson School.
How'd you like it?
Yeah, it was great. It was a smaller theater, and the movie a little dark. If you're a Springsteen fan, you know his album Nebraska, which came out right after The River and just before Born in the USA. It was right in between there. The long and the short of it is he came off with the album The River, which had Hungry Heart on it. And, the record company is like, yeah, you're on fire, man. Pardon the pun, I'm on fire. Yeah. But we got to get the next album out. We got to go with this momentum. Da, 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 da. And Bruce is like, you know what? I want to put out these songs that I wrote. And that's what we're going to do. He actually, the long and the short of it is he went to, he rented a place, and he wrote this entire album called Nebraska on a little 4-track to a cassette. And he's like, I want to take that actual cassette that I recorded in my living room, turn that into the master, put this out as it is. And of course, the record company's like, no, this sounds like crap. You know, I mean, it's not perfectly done and whatever. So that's pretty much the whole battle. And also, the side story was Bruce has been pretty open about his mental challenges, like everybody. You know, I mean, he's been pretty upfront about that. So it's kind of dark. But I really enjoyed it, which, because Nebraska is actually my favorite Bruce Springsteen album. You've probably not heard anything off of it. Maybe you heard Atlantic City. Real quick, he had the album Born in the USA done and ready to go. He had written,
He
you know,
did?
the Glory Days and Born in the USA. He's got all these songs, and of course the label's like, this is awesome. We got to put this out. And he's like, no. We're going to do this other album first. And additionally, we're going to put the album out, and I don't want any, I'm not going to tour it on it. I don't want any marketing done for it. No press. I'm not even going to put my face on the album. Just put this out in Nebraska just as it is.
What?
I'm not going to tell you how he got his way, or if he got his way. It was, if you're a Springsteen fan, you'll love it. It's kind of dark if you're expecting to go in there and be all,
Okay.
dancing in the dark and stuff like that. So that was a long explanation. My review is I'm going to give it a B+ if you're a Springsteen fan.
All right.
Sorry to spend so much time on that.
Love is kind of crazy with a spooky little boy like you.
All right.
Spooky
season, and the number one fear that people have, they do these all the time, when people are like, oh, my number one fear is speaking in public or whatever, or spiders. Well, this is a specific, what terrifies you the most during the spooky season that we're in right now.
It's just this time of year, really. It's just, they happened to do a poll, and it happens to land in the spooky season. And so this is their twist on it.
Well, let's just jump in. Let's start with number one, because there's a lot of unusual things on this. It's not spiders. It's not speaking in public. Number one, people say I'm scared of this time of year is corrupt government officials. About 7 in 10 people said they're afraid or very afraid of corrupt government officials.
And that was also number one last year. So it doesn't matter who's in power. It's just overall, that's
actually
10 consecutive years that's been number one.
Also on the list, we'll go with the biggest fear this time of year, people you love becoming seriously ill, about 6 in 10. Economic or financial collapse, also 6 in 10. Cyber terrorism made the list.
Okay.
Keep going.
People you love dying, it was number 5. The U.S. becoming involved in another world war. Pollution of drinking water. Interesting. Okay. Russia using nuclear weapons. Pollution of oceans, rivers, and lakes. And number 10, government tracking of personal data. They already do that.
This seems more reasonable than when people say, I have a fear of, heights or whatever. So
yeah, that's an interesting list for sure. I mean, I do have some of those fears. I do have a fear of becoming seriously ill because I just have so many things I want to do in this lifetime still. And then also people that I love dying. I mean, I don't spend a lot of time on it, but every once in a while it creeps in my thoughts.
Right. So try to think happy thoughts, everybody, right? Yes. Just ignore all the stuff going on. I'm kidding. Don't do that. Who you gonna call? Yes, that's an acapella version of Ghostbusters.
Kurt, I want to know, have you experienced any paranormal events in your life?
Yes, I have. It happens. I don't have time to get into the story, but yes, there are things that happen, and you just shake your head and go, you know what? Something else is involved with this. I can't explain it. I don't want to explain it. I just like that it happens.
Do you think that has it happened since your dad's passed away?
It happened when my dad passed away. I was visited, shall we say. Not in a weird way.
I want to hear that story. Okay.
Yeah, I shared it real quick, but we ended up, went to his funeral in Cincinnati, and my dad was a big fan of folk and bluegrass music. And the day before his funeral, we went to this random bar, and there was a band playing, and they started breaking into bluegrass stuff. I'm like, geez, I've never been to a bluegrass bar before. And it turns out that one of the people in that band was a friend of my father's. And so it's like, there's no way out of all the places in the world, I just stumbled into this random bar in Cincinnati and bumped into this. So anyway, it was a nice feeling, and I'm positive that my dad had something to do with that.
Oh, I love that. Okay, well, it says in a new poll of Americans that at least 1 in 13 have experienced paranormal activities. Did I say that right?
Yeah. So wait,
No. 60% of Americans
60%.
say that they had at least one of 13 paranormal experiences.
Okay, so we have some of the paranormal experiences. They say that they either felt a presence or unknown energy, smelled an unexplained odor. My wife would claim that happens every night. I know. Heard an unexplained sound or music, or heard the voice of someone who wasn't there.
Seen a spirit or ghost, seen an object move without explanation, seen a door open or close without explanation, seen an angel, seen an unexplained smoke. There's many of them, right?
7% actually claim that they have seen an actual demon.
Brr, brr, brr.
Anything for you? I mean, I like when weird things happen that you can't explain.
I mean, here's the thing. Like the hummingbird shows up. I think my friend Stacy is part of that.
Precisely.
And it's like random, right? It's like not like there's not ever been a hummingbird in my backyard and it's her birthday and one shows up, or you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Same with my grandmother, like a blooming rhododendron or something. It's just, and there's only one on the whole bush in the winter or whatever. So,
and none of those are on here. These are all about ghosts and weird things and stuff. But I would categorize what we just both shared as being, you know, otherworldly. Maybe we just put it that way. All right.
Now it cuts like a knife, and it feels so right.
Tell me about this. We just carved pumpkins yesterday. What's the deal?
This information says to stop cutting the stem off of your pumpkin. If you're going to carve some pumpkins this week, the tip is don't cut off the stem. It will last much longer if you cut a hole in the bottom or back of it instead.
Yeah, so that I saw that. That's been on social media a lot. Yeah. And plus, it's easier to get the candle and you just put the candle underneath
and then plop it on top.
Yes.
All right. When the stem is left off, it helps seal the pumpkin. And I'm sorry, on. When the stem is left on, it helps seal the pumpkin and slow down rotting. So the summary is do not decapitate your pumpkin. It says cut off its butt instead.
I thought that when I saw the headline, like people were like literally chopping off the stem of it, but you're talking about carving a circle around the stem and pulling it out. You're not.
I guess so.
Yeah, no, that is what that's what this is about. Instead, they want you to put the pumpkin on its side and cut it open somewhere else to get the guts out.
Oh, typically that would be like the lid. You'd have to take that off to put the candle in or whatever.
Right.
And so, all right.
Hold on, I have to show you something.
Oh, all right.
Hold on.
We're holding.
Well, shoot, it's gonna be.
That's all right. We do have your answers from this weekend.
These. Oh, you can't see them.
I can see them. That's a bunch of pumpkin seeds.
I have 2 pans of those that I'm gonna dry and roast.
Sounds pretty yummy.
Yeah, put lots of seasoning on them, and then that's the benefit of carving pumpkins. You get pumpkin seeds. The kids didn't want to sort through many of them though, so I had to do some of it.
That's okay. Mom always has to help.
Come back and stay for good this time. Come back and stay for good this time.
I don't know that song. Do I know that song?
Yes, Paul Young, Come Back and Stay. I mean, that wasn't Paul Young, but
I don't think I know that.
Well, we could have played Come Back by Jay Giles Band, but you wouldn't know that one either. So this is it. Bring it back. Come back. Bring back the blank was our question of the weekend. And as always, you guys really delivered this time. So
there was some good answers.
You know what? This turned out, it was like there was 2 camps. One of them had to do with like bring back emotions, I guess, or that's not the right word. We'll get into it. And some of the other ones were funny. We'll start with Greg. We've got 4. I think we've got 4 people here. Greg Herschel. You know Greg.
I do.
He said bring back Star 101.5, and Jennifer Shook agreed. Yes, with Kurt and Jen in the morning. Thanks, Jen. Thanks, Greg. Kathy said bring back the original Star 101.5. Our friend Jason said bring back the Z.
And posted an old school sticker, which I love so much.
Yeah, KPLZ was the Z for a while. And our friend Ina, this is a long one. She says, bring back the old days at Fisher with superstar Jen Pirak, Kent Phillips, Alan, and Leonard of Star Mornings, the best AM radio show in Seattle for 3 decades. Miss you guys so much.
Oh, thanks, Ina.
Yeah, appreciate that. This was not loaded. We didn't say, hey, do you want to have Star 101.5 back? So
we didn't give any, we didn't.
Unaided.
Lead people.
Yeah. Susie the Groomer says, and here's a couple of people said, bring back manners. Susie said that, and Randy Lynn said, bring back manners as well.
Aaron said, bring back the 90s. Tiger said, bring back common sense. Also, pizza and pipes.
What's pizza and pipes?
It was a restaurant that you went in and they served pizza. And if I remember right, it wasn't that good a pizza, but they had these pipes and it's like this big organ thing. Like it big pipe.
They had like a pipe organ, a church organ?
But it was mega. I mean, it was like
Oh,
mega.
yeah. Believe it or not, when I was a kid, I thought that'd be cool to have in your house, an actual pipe organ from a church.
It would be.
Cheryl says, bring back respect for one another. And then Brent follows up with, bring back Mr. Belvedere. I don't understand that. I don't know Mr. Belvedere, but we'll try what we can, Brent, to bring it back.
Karen said, bring back 24-hour breakfast. Amen to that. Elisa Jaffe said, bring back the Sonics.
There you go. That's an obvious. I should have known that one. Pat says, bring back empathy. Both Kate and Michael said, bring back kindness.
Yes.
And we had 3 on this one. Bill Yend, Jimmy, and Jan also said, bring back civility. Civilized politics, be a good neighbor, mind your own business, and STFU.
Lynn said, bring back Band de Soleil.
Is that like a sun lotion or something?
Yes. Randy said, bring back movies that are not sequels or based on some other existing franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Nancy said, bring back a Supreme Court and other federal judges that follow the U.S. Constitution. Okay.
Not saying anything. She's right.
Mike said, bring back Henry's on Broadway. Chase said, bring back manual transmissions.
Oh, yeah. You know, I still have the BMW convertible is a 5-speed. I still like that. Matt says, bring back the ability to agree to disagree and not name call people who aren't like you.
Or kill them.
All right. Eric says, bring back the U.S. government before the IRS and income tax. Okay.
Brought to you by President Roosevelt. Okay.
And Kim says, people dressing with class.
That's a good one. Meredy and Hot Firefighter Boyfriend both said this one, bring back common sense.
Mm-hmm.
I like Grant's answer, bring back summer.
It will be back, more than likely. Phil wants to bring back skinny dipping at public park pools.
What?
I didn't know that was a thing. Rondi says, bring back Truck Rogers.
Truck Rogers used to be on KUBE and it was a KUBE and KPLZ like battle in the old time radio back in the 90s, 80s and 90s. And Truck Rogers was a personality. She's married to Truck Rogers.
Oh, nice. Brad, well, we had Aaron said bring back the 90s, while Brad's saying bring back the 80s and MTV with actual videos, I assume.
Tracy said she wanted to have taco flavored Doritos brought back. And then there's a whole conversation with a couple other people saying every once in a while they're at the Safeway located on da-da-da-da-da-da. You should try to find them there.
And finally, Gwyneth says bring back the enchilito.
What is that?
I was going to ask you.
Hold, please.
I can't hold, please. That's the end of the list.
Hold on. Enchinito?
Enchilito, Enchirito.
Enchilito.
Is it a restaurant or is it a type of food or
it's
a Mexican dish?
Oh, Enchilito is a discontinued Taco Bell menu item that combines a burrito with an enchilada.
How did we not know that?
I don't know because I don't go to Taco Hell.
And I know people are listening going, you idiots. I want the enchilito back too. All right. We have a new question of the day coming up here shortly. All right.
What is this, Kurt? The first Chick-Fil-A vending machine is going to be closed on Sundays.
This is kind of an anticlimactic story, just so you know. Chick-fil-A opened the first Chick-fil-A vending machine recently. This is at a hospital in Augusta, Georgia. This, I guess, is the only one. If you are a fan of Chick-fil-A, there are 2 major things about this that make it less exciting than it sounds. First of all, it's not 24/7, at least not the 7 part, just like Chick-fil-A employees. The vending machine does not work on Sundays. It's restocked every 18 hours at a nearby Chick-fil-A restaurant, which is also closed on Sundays. What really matters, apparently, is the menu is super limited. The vending machine is refrigerated, not heated, and it only has 4 things. 2 types of wraps, and 2 types of Chick-fil-A potato chips.
Oh,
It seems
that's
like,
it?
why even bother?
Yeah. That's false advertising, I feel like.
Yeah. Well, it is a
like the
Chick-fil-A
promote-
vending machine, but it doesn't, I mean, I would want to go and I got to get the chicken sandwich with the pickle, and you got to get some, what do they call their sauce? Is it Chick-fil-A sauce?
Chick-fil-A sauce. Yeah. Look at that
Mm.
puppy tail in the back if you're watching.
Oh yeah, there's 3 of them around here somewhere. I'm sorry, I get distracted. The littlest one, by the way, Scarlett is still here. Scarlett's adoptive parents are picking her up on Wednesday.
Oh, fun.
So yeah. All right, onward, right? Okay.
We were staying in Paris. We were staying in Paris.
This deals with the
is
Louvre.
straight out of a movie, man. Straight out of a movie. First of all, straight out of the movie that people stole these crown jewels from the Louvre in Paris.
Do tell.
The suspects, there has been some suspects arrested in the jewelry heist at the Louvre. Just as one of them was about to fly out of France.
Yep. There's a couple men in their 30s. They were detained on Saturday evening, according to Le Parisien newspaper,
Yeah.
which broke the story. They were already known to French police, and one of the suspects was, like you said, about to fly to Algeria from Charles de Gaulle Airport. So
The problem is there's
Yeah.
no sign of the jewels. Dun dun dun.
Ta-dum. This is going back to October 19th. 4 hooded thieves made off with 8 precious pieces worth an estimated $102 million from the Louvre's collection. They broke in using a crane to smash an upstairs window during opening hours and escaped on motorbikes. How can you not see a crane smashing a window in the Louvre?
I think people did see it. That's the thing. I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And I
Yeah.
was just listening to a news report this morning before we hopped on to record the podcast. They were saying that it is really essential that they get the jewels now. Like they've got to find them, because I guess what's going to happen, they're like, this is what could happen to them, likely to happen to them. They go to Antwerp, or they listed a couple other places where they gladly take those jewels,
Right.
rip them out of what they're mounted in, and then break them up so that they're untraceable. Like they'll
Right.
change them into something else, break them into little pieces and then sell them as individual jewels.
Which makes them a lot less, I guess, money-wise. I mean, obviously, if you say, hey, here's a crown jewel for sale, you're going to get busted. But, that's worth whatever. What do we have, 102 million? But when they break it down into the individual stones, it really decreases the value. It's still going to be worth a lot, obviously, because they're diamonds or whatever.
It
But
just makes me so sad, right? That's a piece of history. I mean, there's so many things that go with that. But it, like I said, it's like what you see in the movies. It's what they do, right? They steal the jewels and then they figure out how to make them untraceable and get rich from it.
there you go. One of the Ocean's movie.
Craziness.
7, 8, 9, 11, 13,
All
22. All right.
Push it! Push it good! Push it! Push it real good!
Okay, push music. Push music is what we're talking about. Moms prefer giving birth to songs by certain artists. Kurt?
Yes, and honestly, that one that I just played for some reason is not mentioned.
Well, duh.
Can you imagine you're in the delivery room? Okay, push it. This is according to new analysis of thousands of Spotify birth themed playlists, and the artists that topped these playlists are what women listen to, new moms listen to when they're in the delivery room. Coldplay, the Beatles, Ed Sheeran, and Fleetwood Mac are the go-to artists helping moms push through the pain and into parenthood.
That's pretty funny.
I thought so.
Coldplay, the Beatles, Ed Sheeran, and Fleetwood Mac. I mean,
Well, this is
they're so different. All of
This
those are
is,
so different.
there's a baby stroller brand perhaps you've heard of called Eye Candy. Eye Candy. Check Spotify to unearth 1,800 birth playlists to find out which songs moms are pushing play to.
God.
Sorry. And when it comes to delivery room anthems, specifically, moms have Fix You by Coldplay on repeat. That was a minor hit. That wasn't even a big hit for Coldplay. Fix You. Ed Sheeran croons in second place. Fleetwood Mac and the Beatles tie for third. And then I guess rounding out the set list, slow, soulful ballads like from people like Norah Jones, John Legend, Taylor Swift, and Elton John.
I mean, those are some big names too. I like it. I mean, I kind of like it. I don't know what would be on my push music would be like my favorite song. So that's interesting to me.
Matchbox 20, Push.
Okay.
No?
We're done. We're done with that.
Come on. I thought that was worth at least a snicker. Jeez. The tough crowd. Here we are at our question of the day.
Ready for it?
I believe I am. What have you got?
What is a habit you inherited from your parents?
Ooh. Did we do something? We did something similar to this not long ago.
We
It was
did.
rules. What were some of the weird rules in your
Yeah,
parents?
those are weird rules that your parents had.
Yeah.
This is like something that you do that they used to do.
I'll tell you what it is for me. And I don't know if this is a genetic thing or because it was my mom. And I think a lot of people can relate. If I'm focusing really hard on something, I will sometimes stick out my tongue like this.
Oh, you do. I know you do. Yes, I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
It's hilarious.
I think, is that a common thing or am I just dumb?
I think there's a lot of people that do that.
You sort of, I'm thinking hard here. I better.
Why though? Why does the tongue come out?
I have no idea. Do you have anything?
I can't. I'm going to think of something. I know there's something. I just can't think of it.
Are you sure you didn't? And this is true, everybody. Jen Pirak has the loudest belches of anybody ever. Is that something you inherited from your parents?
No, my mom.
That just took years of practice. Okay.
My mom does not do that. My grandfather, on the other hand,
Okay.
I think he might have.
So give it some thought. We'll be back on Wednesday with your answers to what is a habit you inherited from your parents.
And you can answer that on Facebook. We're going to post that on the Kurt and Jen in the Morning Facebook page. So visit that, or you can just do it on this podcast platform that you're listening on.
Easy peasy, just like that. Thank you for tuning in. I hate saying tuning in, and yet I do it all the time. Thanks for joining us on our podcast. We'll be back on Wednesday. We're here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Until then, make good choices, find joy, spread kindness, and
Laugh because it's good for the soul.
it's good for the soul. Kurt, have a good day.